from his Democratic Town Committee to talk about how you can organize with your town committee. And then we have one last speaker from Rhode Island.
First of all, I'd like to start with a message to all the governors of this country and from Canada and Mexico, and also especially for Mike Pence, Vice President. And that message is this: Donald Trump did not stop NAFTA. We did. All marching in last November in Washington, D.C., no lame duck TPP. That's what stopped NAFTA. The people stopped the Trans-Pacific Partnership. And now we're going to get NAFTA replaced. I come to this debate and this movement as a person who lost a good, well-paying, middle-class job at a shipyard in Massachusetts. Now this occurred before a NAFTA was enacted, but it just was held as an example of what happens to good middle-class jobs. Those jobs went to Korea, South Korea. And while I certainly support South Koreans having good jobs, I don't want it to be at my and my neighbor's expense. I never bought into the happy talk about neoliberal globalist trade ideology. One did not have to be a rocket scientist to see what was going to happen when NAFTA was passed. As a lifelong Democrat, it pains me to no end that my party, once the party of working people, could be so wrong on trade policy. And unfortunately, we must face these mistakes that we made and change them. It is our responsibility as Democrats and as working class progressives. A good start would be replacing NAFTA with a trade agreement that held all values and all stakeholders' opinions and needs in place. Last spring I spoke at a Democratic State Platform Committee and tried to persuade the State Platform Committee to include a plank in that document that would speak of trade. Unfortunately, that was not to pass. I don't get it. Our loss in 2016 was in no small part due to our position on trade. We must keep that in mind and change. One of the reasons I was so enamored with Bernie Sanders and his campaign and subsequently our revolution is because they do get it. They understand how a trade affects all people. There's no question that trade can bring prosperity to people all over the globe, all over the state, all over the community. But as so often is the case, the devil is in the details. And one such detail is the ISDS, is a wholly undemocratic institution that only operates on 3 judges. And Larry Cohen spoke eloquently about how it works. There have been many cases already heard by the ISDS and the WTO tribunal. Those cases, in most cases, have not been siding with the people. They've sided with corporations. We must wake up to this. This must go. If we are to replace any trade deal, the first thing that has to go is the ISDS. Thank you.